Welcome to Boson Buzz. I'm Monty Molecule. Our planet has a remarkable ability to heal itself. A fallen tree becomes soil. A wound on your skin closes up. But for the last century, we've created new kinds of wounds, invisible, chemical, and plastic ones, that nature struggles to fix on its own. Pollution from mines, oil spills, and industrial waste can linger for centuries, poisoning land and water. Cleaning it up has meant enormous, expensive machines digging, hauling, and burning. A brute force approach that often just moves the problem somewhere else. But what if the cleanup crew was already there, waiting to be activated? What if we could give nature the precise tools it needs to heal these wounds itself? This is the story of a quiet revolution, where the most powerful cleanup tools aren't bulldozers, but bacteria and roots. This is the promise of the living filter. Picture a forgotten piece of land, an old factory site, or a riverbank downstream from a mine. The soil isn't just dirt here, it's laced with invisible heavy metals like lead or mercury, or soaked with stubborn chemical sludge. To most life, this is a toxic wasteland. The traditional fix is a massive operation. Dig up thousands of tons of this poisoned earth, truck it to a special landfill, and then bring in clean soil. It's slow, disruptive, and incredibly costly. It's like trying to clean a stained carpet by cutting out the whole floor. But deep within that toxic soil, there might already be a spark of hope. A special kind of bacteria. These bacteria are nature's original recyclers, breaking down fallen leaves and dead organisms for billions of years. But they're not equipped for our modern poisons, complex man-made molecules they've never encountered. Scientists have found a way to help, not by replacing nature, but by giving it a gentle, targeted upgrade. They don't create new life from scratch. They carefully edit the instructions inside these hardy native bacteria. Think of it as finding a dedicated local street sweeper who knows every alley. Then you give them a new, high-tech vacuum attachment designed for a specific type of litter and a perfect map of where it's all hidden. Researchers act like biological detectives, scouring the planet for natural solutions. They might find a gene from a plant that thrives in toxic soil, which has a natural pump in its roots to pull up and store heavy metals. Or they discover a microbe deep in an oil seep that has slowly evolved to use petroleum as food. These useful bits of natural code, the instructions for building a specific cleanup tool, are the key. Using precise techniques, scientists can gently add these helpful instructions into the manual of the cleanup bacteria. It's a tiny edit with a huge consequence. The bacterium is now equipped with a new skill, but it remains a part of the local ecosystem, doing what it always did, surviving and consuming. But now it consumes the poison. The result is a purpose-built living machine. These engineered microbes are then reintroduced to the polluted site by the millions. To them, the toxin isn't poison. It's a new food source. They seek it out, surround it, and use their new molecular tools to break the dangerous, complex molecules apart into harmless, natural pieces. It's like teaching them to solve a puzzle. They can take a tangled, toxic chain of atoms and snip it into small, safe links that are just water, carbon dioxide, or salts. For heavy metals, they might transform a soluble, dangerous form into a solid, stable crystal that is locked safely away in the soil, unable to seep into groundwater. They work around the clock, silently, and with zero extra energy needed, besides what they get from the sun and soil. It's bioremediation, using life to clean life's mess, but now with a carefully designed assistant. But the living toolbox doesn't stop with invisible microbes. For widespread pollution, like fertilizer runoff choking rivers or contaminated groundwater stretching under fields, the solution can be a garden. This is where phytoremediation comes in, using plants as beautiful solar-powered pumps and filters. Scientists identify and enhance certain plants, like sunflowers, willow trees, or special ferns, that are naturally good at being hyperaccumulators. These plants have a voracious, natural appetite for specific substances, which they suck up from the soil and water through their roots. Their supercharged roots act like thousands of tiny, intelligent straws, selectively drawing up contaminated water and pulling toxins like arsenic, pesticides, or even radioactive elements into their stems and leaves. The pollution is safely locked away inside the plant's own body, like a safe made of cellulose. After these plants have grown tall and green, a visible sign of the invisible cleanup happening below, they are safely harvested and processed. The concentrated pollution is then contained in a small volume of plant matter, which can be disposed of securely or even sometimes recycled to recover valuable metals. A field of these plants is like a living, breathing water filter farm, its green leaves a flag of victory over the poison being pulled from the earth. The vision is even grander and more integrated. Imagine these biological technologies woven into the very fabric of our cities and landscapes from the start. A constructed wetland at the edge of a town, deliberately planted with a mix of toxin-filtering reeds and bulrushes, could naturally clean all the stormwater runoff from streets and rooftops before a single drop enters a river. The roots of trees lining a busy highway could be hosting a specially chosen community of microbes, bred to break down tire dust and soot particles washed down by the rain. We could design living barriers that protect and purify, turning our gray infrastructure from a source of pollution into an active part of the planet's circulatory and cleansing system. The impact of this philosophical and practical shift is profound. It means restoring poisoned land to health gently and permanently, at a fraction of the cost and energy of roaring industrial methods. It offers a hopeful path to tackle diffuse global pollution problems like microplastics in oceans by engineering marine microbes that can recognize these particles and break their chemical bonds. It represents a fundamental change in our relationship with waste, from seeing it as something to be buried, burned, or feared, to seeing it as misplaced food for a new, designed natural cycle. We are learning to partner with life's oldest and most resilient systems, bacteria and plants, and giving them a gentle, precise nudge to help heal the planet they, and we, call home. The living filter doesn't conquer pollution with loud force. It convinces it to leave, using the quiet, relentless, and scalable power of growth and life itself. From toxic soil to fertile ground, from plastic-choked waters to clear streams. That's the gentle power of the living filter. It's a move from disruptive machinery to collaborative biology, using nature's own brilliant blueprints, slightly tweaked with our newfound understanding to mend the world. It's a future where our most important cleanup crews are green, growing, and work silently under the sun, powered by it. If the idea of recruiting microbes and plants as our allies in healing the planet fills you with hope, please help Boson Buzz grow this story. Give this video a like and subscribe for more visions of a cleaner, greener future. I'm Monty Molecule. Until next time, have a safe and curious week.